Tastin Like A Boss bonus video. I got Kylo Ren here. Yes. Yes. And this is not going to be a coffee review. It's still going to be about coffee, though. Not that it always has to be about coffee, but it's going to be about coffee. And this is about being a boss, not just in coffee, but in love. So here's what I'm talking about. If you ever saw the review I did on the Eve Dallas blend, which is the Nora Roberts blend, you may remember that I got it as a gift for my wife because she is a huge fan of Nora Roberts. And it was Eve Dallas blend, and we talked about how it was really good and everything else. Well, I just want to flash forward on this for anybody who was interested in this coffee to let you know just how much we have really made it part of our lives. Shortly after, I guess it was actually the next day, I brewed another cup of coffee, or the typical cup of coffee, for my wife. And she had grown to dislike it after just having this for one day. She talked about how she really liked it. She wanted me to keep making it, so I started making it throughout the week. But, from time to time, I will change it, either because I have to do a coffee review, and therefore I'm not going to be making two big vats of auto drip coffee. And she would notice it and comment on how the coffee didn't taste good. Or for some reason I was lazy and I didn't want to grind the beans that morning, I would grab one that was already pre-ground, one of the ones that she liked a lot already, and she would comment on, this isn't the coffee I like. So as a result of that, as a gift, as a surprise, I bought more. And I have to get it from this place, was it Turn the Page Bookstore? I think it's the only place that has it, because that's Nora Roberts bookstore. And so, just so you guys know, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You might say, well, this looks a little full. Well, that's because this is not the original bag. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are 6 1-pound whole bean bags from Just One More Cup bookstore. Is the Eve Dallas blend. And then you've got Godzilla, Chihuahua Godzilla, knocking everything down. Okay, push this back. So why am I bringing this up? You say, okay, you just bought a bunch of coffee. Why does it matter? Okay, well, here's why it matters. Again, though my wife is a big fan of Nora Roberts, she didn't know who the character Eve Dallas was. For purposes of the review, I actually had to look it up to find out what it was. And I found out that the character is a detective, a female detective. And I thought, oh, okay, well, it's, a cop liking coffee. Haha, that must be what it is. And then found out it was actually not a Nora Roberts book, but a J.D. Robb book, which is a pseudonym that she uses. Again, I've only read like 2 of her books. So I'm not a big fan. It's not my typical thing. So my wife read it, and then she commented to me on the day the box came. This is why it's kind of interesting. She told me the backstory, and that is, in this book, I think it's called Naked in Death or something like that. I think it's called the Naked series, so I think all of her books are naked in something, I think. But won't give away the plot, but apparently these books all are futuristic. Okay, so they happen like in 2058, and she's a detective, and in the future, they don't have coffee because of global warming. They lose the rainforest, and so instead they use this synthetic thing they call coffee, which, they drink and everything because it gives them caffeine, but I guess it's not that great. And apparently there's a scene where she's in a car of an extremely rich person who offers her a drink, and she says, we all have coffee or something, and so he pushes a button in his car and it makes coffee, and he hands it to her. When she sips it, she realizes, oh my God, this is real coffee. This guy's so rich he can afford real coffee. And so it really moves her, and she has to drive in silence or something like that. That's what my wife said. Why this is important is, I guess later on in the same story, she gets a package delivered to her house, and when she opens it, her roommate or friend says, "What, he sent you coffee?" As if, why would he just send you coffee? Because she's thinking it's the regular crap coffee they have. And she realizes, oh my God, I got a box of this exceptionally great coffee from this dude. This is all mine. I'm so excited, like mind blown. So I just thought it was kind of funny that on the day that happens, we get the box of the coffee that blew my wife's mind. So fellas out there, to the extent that this review has now become tips on love, there's a coffee tip on love for you, and that's why I brought Kylo, because, you know, this guy right here, yeah, right? He's all about the love. He's all about the love, right? Yes. All right. Anyway, keep tasting like a boss. Hopefully that wasn't too boring for you guys, and it was fun. Plus, you got to see a Chihuahua. I think if any of you are really watching the videos, I think you're really just watching for the Chihuahuas. And this one's a cutie. So, keep tasting like a boss.